back on the Normandy. Thank you, Kelly. Data TV. Codex points. No experience this time, just literal information. Where's the button? Here it is. I like that I can just close it now. Let's leave it off for this conversation.
From the number 16 lithium heatsink.
This episode's gonna be, welcome back everybody. This episode's gonna be a lot of talking to people on the Normandy until we're done. Not too long, all things considered.
Can you believe this, Commander? It's my baby. Better than new. It fits me like a glove. And leather seats. Military may set the hardware standard, but on a first-gen frigate, they could care less if the seats breathe. Civilian sector comfort by design.
The reproduction is not intended to be perfect, Mr. Moreau. Seamless improvements were made.
And there's the downside. I liked the Normandy when she was beautiful and quiet. Now she's got this thing I don't want to talk about. It's like ship cancer.
They are terrorists, Joker. This is too good to be true. I'm gonna maintain my character as Cerberus hater. As much as I can, I'm gonna do it.
I don't trust them. We still need to move ahead, but it's all too convenient.
Maybe you're right. I guess it's hard to argue when they install an AI to spy on us. We're staying though, right? I mean, the seat is real leather.
Good to see you're keeping it all in perspective, Joker.
Thank you, Joker. Yes, I know, leather. Edie, talk to me. What room is this?
What's this area of the ship?
This is the bridge, where the navigator plots our FTL vectors, and the helmsman maneuvers the ship.
Yeah, sitting right here, thanks.
Let's talk about Cerberus.
I want to know more about the people I'm working with.
Much of that data is classified. Do you have a specific inquiry?
How did you build the Normandy?
How did Cerberus replicate the most advanced warship in the Alliance Navy without anyone knowing?
I have a block that prevents me from answering that question.
Come again?
What do you mean?
Although I am less controlled than other AI, I am still subject to behavioral blocks and the physical isolation of my hardware. In this case, I am prevented from truthfully answering your question by Cerberus's levels of secret classification.
But don't worry, Shepard. We totally trust you. We just don't want you to have any private information that would make us look bad. Or that we just don't want you to have. But we trust you, don't worry.
What sort of resources does Cerberus have? Money, personnel, facilities?
I have a block that prevents me from answering that question.
Cool, can I know anything?
How is Cerberus organized? Aside from the elusive man, I don't see much chain of command.
Cerberus is organized into task-oriented cells. Each operates in isolation. Members from one cell cannot recognize the members of another. Each cell's agents are led by a single operator.
I mean, unless you have the logos on the ship, then they can recognize us. Cool, how many cells are there?
So how many operations is Cerberus running right now?
I have a block that prevents me from answering that question.
Cool, let's talk about something else.
Let's discuss something else.
Ready.
Talk about you, Edie.
I want to know more about you.
Do you have a specific inquiry?
What do you do here?
What do you do aboard the ship?
I operate the ship's electronic and cyber warfare suites in combat. My reaction time is much faster than any organic. I collate the records of shipboard monitoring devices for the elusive man. I serve additional functions which are restricted at this time.
Really?
Restricted functions? Like what?
I do not know. Some of my databases are sealed, some of my hardware is kept offline. I assume that when certain unknown conditions are met, those functions will be released to me.
Well, that's fun. I want to point out really quickly, visually, just visually, Mass Effect 2, I think now with Legendary Edition, I think is the best looking. Like, Mass Effect 1 obviously has the biggest glow up in terms of differences. Like, obviously Mass Effect 1 looks better comparison to old Mass Effect 1. But even still, overall art style, I think Mass Effect 2 still looks really nice. A lot of it has to do with the blue and orange contrast that this game is in love with. Mass Effect 3 jumps back in too much with, like, the classic blue and orange contrast colors. You know, the color complements there. It does too much blue a lot of the time. But this game strikes a nice balance a lot of the time, to be honest. And I think this edition really brings it out.
Cyber warfare means things like viruses, right?
In close-range ship-to-ship combat, I can sometimes break through the firewalls of an enemy's internal wireless network. Once I seize control of their systems, I can turn off gravity or air. I can disable weapons guidance or shields, or I can put their fusion plant in meltdown. On the defense, I manage Normandy's own suite of jammers, decoys, and internal firewalls.
That's really great.
Sounds incredibly useful. Why isn't there someone like that on every warship?
An organic operator cannot react quickly enough to changing circumstances or perform the necessary multitasking. This is a role that can only be filled by an artificial intelligence. Unfortunately, we are suspect.
Well, it might have something to do with how an AI almost destroyed galactic civilization, just putting it out there.
Yeah, no, Edie's super useful. A lot of what she just said she can do with other ships, she never does in the series, unfortunately. Just kind of putting it out there, just so you know, rather than showing you or having her do things. She'll do things in the game, but never to that degree. She just points out.
The elusive man has monitoring devices on board?
He has invested most of Cerberus's resources into the design and construction of this ship. He has an interest in monitoring our progress.
Well, that's great.
Let's discuss something else.
Ready.
I
You
wanna know
again.
more about you.
Do you have a specific inquiry?
Where are you?
Where are you?
My core intelligence is housed in a quantum blue box located behind the medical bay.
What's your name?
Why are you named Edie?
EDI is the phonetic pronunciation of EDI. That is an acronym for Enhanced Defense Intelligence.
How are you getting along with Joker?
Mr. Moreau does not trust me. It offends him that I am installed aboard his ship's computers.
Yeah, Joker got really possessive.
Without an AI reminding me the airlock is ajar.
Anyways, I think we're good.
That's all for now.
Logging you out, Shepard.
Anything else, Joker? Let's open this up again. Just to have a little variance.
Commander,
How are things up here?
I assume everything's going well up here?
I really want a chance to put the Normandy through her paces. I just have to trim up the drive output and it'll be like we never lost her.
Safety standards advise against manipulating drive settings while engines are powered and in use, Mr. Moreau.
Commander, can we shut this thing off? I don't need it in my day-to-day.
I don't know, man.
I'm no fan either, but we're stuck with it.
Until I find a soldering gun. It's gotta be some wires.
No, I like Edie.
It hurt.
No sabotage. Understood?
Yeah, don't break the boss's toys.
I hate these paraphrasing, man.
So, how do you think we're doing?
Well, the Normandy's not as ready as she could be. There's always more we could upgrade. And as for the crew, you'd have to ask a people person.
What do you think about the people we're picking up?
Well, about the ones you went out with last, I would never say anything against Miranda and expect to survive the reprisal. Jacob is way too nice a guy for the number of ways he knows how to kill people. It's just my opinion, though. There's really no need to go spreading it around.
That's funny. This is a similar conversation in Dragon Age Origins where Alistair asks you about all your companions so far. And he's just like, gossip. These are you. Anytime you go on a mission, the last squad you bring out, Joker will comment on. That's how that works. If you want to see how to actually vary it up, it's not random.
Ever think about the old Normandy and the trouble we got up to?
Yeah, those seem like the good old days now, but come on, it was hell at the time.
They were yesterday for Shepard.
Saren, Sovereign, and then we got dumped. We're stuck in a weird place, sure, but back then it wasn't all sunshine and bunnies.
What happened to the rest of the old crew? I heard most survived.
Almost did. Presley didn't. The rest of us just sort of drifted apart. The Alliance didn't care. I don't think they liked
That's alright. Presley was a racist. We didn't like him that much.
Your team, Commander. With the Normandy destroyed.
Yes, I know he got better.
There wasn't much keeping us together.
Well, that's sad. Anyways,
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
and the Shepard camera neck snap is still in place. Letter of rest, and it'll be fine. All right. Now we have to talk to Jacob, unfortunately, because it's content and he's on the ship. One reason I am glad that I am playing as female Shepard is because you'll see, for some reason, all of female Shepard's scenes with Jacob are super flirty, and it's kind of uncomfortable. Like, it's really weird. But, like, let's let it talk for itself, although I'm going to try and not choose those options because I hate them.
Commander, There hasn't been time to really settle in and take stock. I want to say that working with you is a great opportunity to do something that matters. It's a privilege to serve on the Normandy, Commander.
Bringing you wasn't my choice.
You're here because you're Cerberus. Don't expect special treatment.
Understood. But not everyone in the group is hardline. I'm an employee because I believe in their current direction. Doesn't mean I don't have concerns about their past actions. Or some of yours. You watch me, I'll watch you. That suit you?
Not really, no. I don't trust you, so you watching me doesn't do anything for me. I can trust me, I can't trust you. Like, don't worry, I'm a conscientious objector to a terrorist organization. It's like, what? I like their direction. You mean of all the terroristic things they do? No, I like how they support humans. You know, I talked about this with Mercedes. And it really is, and it's funny that this Jacob is the character we're talking about, because I feel like it feels weird that it just, like, in the grand scheme of things, that Jacob is the character that prompts this discussion right now. And it's that, like, I consider it personally a privilege to have either political ideals that you can have that don't contradict your personal ones. I consider that a privilege. And that sounds really weird. But let me tell you this way. There's constantly a conversation around, like, oh, even though we disagree politically or ideologically, we can still meet across the aisle and be friends. And it's like, to a certain degree, yeah, I believe that. Certain issues, they pertain to a certain direction or certain means of doing things or certain end goal you can have in common with different means in general. I agree with that to an extent. But when we talk about, like, politics that exclude others, are exclusionary, are hate-centered, have disgusting means or ignorant ends, then it's like, I can't really put that aside. And it's like, I can't really say, like, oh, bygones, let's be humans, let's be friends, when, like, your political ideation is against my very personhood. You know? It's like wanting to be friends with someone who identifies as a Trump-style Republican, but I'm a trans person. It's like, Trump doesn't care about trans people. Why would I be your friend if you're going to believe in somebody who doesn't believe in trans people? And it's like, well, no, because he has other policies that I believe in. It's like, yeah, but what about that one policy that says I don't exist or wants me gone? Like, you know what I mean? That's why I think, like, in certain cases, people that have beliefs that don't affect their daily life, I consider that a privilege. Not everybody has that luxury of, like, having a political ideal that doesn't directly affect their life. Anyway, Cerberus is screwed up.
What has Cerberus done to make you nervous?
A lot. They've been called terrorists, and with good reason. Doubt you can find a more checkered past. But if the Collector threat is real, and we do something about it, Cerberus will be remembered differently.
Nope.
Or will all be tried and executed. Can't count on people thinking about it as hard as I have.
Well, as long as you're honest with me, we'll see what happens.
It's good to hear a clear opinion. Sounds like we're two of a kind.
That honors me more than you, Commander. Let me know if you need anything.
I need some Paragon points.
Commander, can I help you with something?
What do you think?
How we doing, Jacob? What's your sense of the mission?
Probably the same as everyone else. I just want to figure out what the real threat actually is. Got no problem with risk. I just need a clear goal. Anything else, Commander?
Jacob's jumpsuit is so weird. It's like, it's a onesie, but it's held up by a belt. It's very strange.
What do you think of the state of the crew?
Well, we don't have a full complement. We don't stand a chance without the right specialists on side. Anything else, Commander?
I understand you made quite an impact after you left the Alliance.
Miranda and I stopped a Batarian plan to release a biological agent on the Citadel. That's when I first met.
Oh, poor Batarians. Always the victims of their own
Save the
crap.
Citadel like you, but what's the saying? Good deeds like pissing yourself in dark pants? Warm feeling, but no one notices. The whole thing was hushed like they're good at doing. But I know what I did, and I'm proud of it.
Well, you know, at a certain point, you can't really tell the public that they almost got doused en masse by a biological agent, but I understand your sentiment.
Commander.
At the end of the day, it shouldn't be about fame or glory. It's just about, you know, making sure people are safe. That being said, apparently, I think, did I really, or is that old dialogue? No, it's not. Alright. Apparently, the public in general, research has been done that they're actually much more receptive to bad news than most people think they are. I think the idea of like mass hysteria and panicked crowds has been overly blown up. We're gonna get rid of that picture soon enough. Don't worry. I think mass hysteria has been blown up a little bit, but quite honestly, I think we're at a point. I'm gonna change the colors back. We'll keep it red for now. No, that's not what I want to do. White. Yeah, let's keep it like this for now. Red Shepherd. But yeah, apparently people are, en masse are better at taking bad news. They can actually react relatively well. Definitely look up the research if you're curious. I don't have it on me anywhere. Just somewhere I glanced at. But yeah, so that's obviously one of those like tropes that the public can't handle the truth, you know. More likely what it is just big companies or the powers that be that can influence things just have a vested interest in not changing the status quo or giving people the knowledge they need to make significant changes through voting or en masse.
Oh, she's a cutie. How old?
She'll be a year old next month.
Oh, you'll
Drive Corps is cool.
Birthday.
Well, my family lives in New Canton.
Oh, that colony's on the edge of the frontier. Could be vulnerable to collector attack, couldn't it?
Exactly. It's most important that she have a first birthday. That's why I'm here.
That's a little side convo. We'll get more on some of these people in general. That's probably one of the more consistent ones there. I'm in the batch room. I can even go in the men's bathroom. And Edie will be like, no.
Shepard, the women's restroom is on the starboard side of the ship.
I'm the commander. You can't tell me what to do.
Chef surprise again? Come on, Rupert.
I'm sorry, Princess. Filet mignon and caviar coming right up. Let me just get out my doilies.
That'd be real nice, Mr. Gardner.
No codex here? No codex here. Okay. Mess Sergeant Gardner. Hello.
Commander Shepard, the hero of the Citadel. You did humanity proud that day. Mess Sergeant Rupert Gardner here. How can I be of service?
By taking off that damn uniform, sir. What do you do here?
What do you do here on the Normandy?
What don't I do? Most think of me as the ship's cook, but I'm also the facilities technician and custodian. HVAC, plumbing, non-mission critical electrical. I make sure they're all clean and running.
Should we have like 4 people doing your job?
So the man cleaning the toilets is also preparing the meals?
I wash my hands. Most of the time. This ain't no
That's not what I want to hear, Scott. I want to hear you always wash your hands.
Wait in a Cerberus vessel, and I catch what falls through the cracks. Through the cracks.
It's not that funny anyways.
How do you feel about working for Cerberus?
Damn proud. Cerberus gets the job done. The Alliance and Council have got their heads buried so deep up their butt puckers they can't see squat. It'll take good old human ingenuity to crush these collector vermin. Only Cerberus knows that.
This is like the racist uncle at dinner. I'm not racist, but come on, the council isn't doing anything, and good old human ingenuity will crush those vermin who we don't even know if they can talk. They can't, by the way.
How did you find your way into Cerberus?
Can you believe I was once a family man, working the EZO rigs along the frontier? I was happy enough, but losing everything to Batarian raiders can change your outlook. I needed to make a difference. I'm no soldier, but I've got skills, and Cerberus keeps an eye out for talent. I'll do whatever it takes to help, be that plumbing a sewer, routing an air duct, or keeping everyone's bellies full.
Do you have everything you need?
I make do, but have you ever tried to prepare a decent meal with military provisions? I'm good, but I'm no miracle worker. Taking down the collectors is going to be rough business. The crew deserves a few fine meals before they throw themselves into the fire.
I'm doing most of the throwing, but I understand.
What do you need?
If I had some quality ingredients... Oh, shit. You've got more to worry about than grocery shopping on the Citadel. Forget I mentioned it.
Give me the damn list, Rupert.
If I head that way, I'll keep an eye out.
Much appreciated. Most of this list is probably standard fare for those namby-pambies on the Citadel. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
Nope, we will talk one more time before the end of the game, and that's it.
I won't take any more of your time.
Back to work.
Back to work. Alright, let's talk to someone who I can't believe is here. Dr. Chocolates.
Commander Shepard, I watched the Normandy crumble with you on board. It's good to see you alive.
Now, Joker, they gave the whole, I love the Normandy, I would kill for the Normandy, even join terrorists for the Normandy. Why are you here?
I'm shocked. You're serving on a Cerberus vessel now?
Surprising, even to me. Yet, here I am. The kind of trauma you endured would have changed most people. But not you, I see. Welcome back, Shepard.
Doctor, you've been with the Alliance for years. Why leave now?
After the Normandy was lost, the surviving crew was reassigned. I was stationed at the Mars Naval Medical Center, a very respectable position, but it wasn't on a starship.
Why you need to fly?
Colonial military life isn't for you?
I've spent most of my life on warships, never knowing what the next mission might bring. I'm used to the hum of engines, the creaking of bulkheads, that subtle vertigo when the momentum dampeners kick in. Life planetside is just too static, too boring.
Yeah, but terrorist talk?
You're not the Cerberus type, Doctor.
I don't work for Cerberus. I work for you. On a mission that may be crucial to the survival of the human race. I have faith that your dealings with Cerberus will be ethical. I trust you, Commander.
But what if I was pro-Cerberus? No, she won't leave if you're pro-Cerberus. That's a convenient technicality, Doc.
There's a very good chance this mission will be a one-way trip. Are you prepared for that?
I've been through the reclaiming of Shanxi, the Skillian Blitz. We survived the Battle of the Citadel and the destruction of the Normandy together. I've lived a full life. No regrets. I'd like to make sure the crew gets the same opportunity.
Cool, you need something?
Do you have everything you need?
I believe so. This medical bay seems very much like the sick bay on the original Normandy. Only thing missing...
Except it's got windows now.
Reserves. I even had a bottle of Cerberus ice brandy that I was saving for a special occasion.
I will get you that bottle.
I'll keep an eye out for a replacement bottle.
Oh, you needn't. It's expensive, and we have much larger
Now,
concerns.
Dr. Chocolates, I will talk to you again before the end of the game, but we will enjoy that
I'll
convo.
see you later, Doctor.
Commander.
Not like Rupert over there. Alright. This floor... no, I was going to say this floor is done. That's not true. That is not true at all. I'm a compulsive saver, by the way. There's no real risks here, but... Phew! Sorry, I'm a sneezer.
Commander, what can I do for you?
Anything I should know regarding the Normandy?
The crew's working well, and the ship appears to be performing to specifications.
What do you do here,
What
Miranda?
exactly are your duties aside from keeping an eye on me?
I'm the elusive man's agent. You're his most important asset. My job is to make sure you succeed. Aside from that, I send regular reports to the elusive man, updating our status.
Cool. Alright. Be prepared now for Miranda's Ice Queen attitude to do a complete 180 as she just decides to be nice to us.
Do you have a minute, Miranda?
No doubt you've got a lot of questions. Cerberus isn't as evil as most people believe. If I can help allay any of your concerns, I'd be happy to do so. So, what would you like to know?
Well, first of all, it is evil, as most people believe. Me included, specifically. Let's go with what do you guys want?
I know what we're doing here, but what's Cerberus's long-term goal?
The advancement of the human race. Nothing more, nothing less. The Solarians have the Special Tasks Group. The Asari have their legendary commandos for stealth and recon operations. Cerberus is humanity's answer to those organizations.
Except those guys are held accountable by their local governments and the powers that be on the Citadel.
But those organizations are regulated by governments. Who keeps Cerberus in check?
Nobody. We're privately funded and our backers trust the elusive man to make the right decisions. But he's very clear about our goals. Protect humanity and serve its advancement.
Well, that's very well. That's great that he's not accountable at all.
Are you military or political? Or both?
Cerberus has several divisions. Political, military, scientific. But we're all working towards the same goal. The teams you encountered before your accident were mostly part of our military division.
It wasn't an accident. I died. I was killed.
But not all Cerberus operations use the same protocols. We try not to get bogged down in bureaucracy or formality.
Cool. You have no standards.
What kind of resources does Cerberus have?
We're very well funded, though I doubt anyone other than the elusive man knows exactly how well. But our resources aren't unlimited. Reviving you and rebuilding the Normandy was a significant investment, and a significant risk. We're all hoping you can do the impossible, Shepard. No pressure.
Tell me about this, that guy.
What can you tell me about the elusive man?
Not much that you don't already know. Even I don't have access to most of his background. And you've seen more of him than most ever do. It's rare for him to become directly involved in missions, but you're something special. Whatever else people might say about him, I can assure you he's got humanity's best interests at heart. That includes you and me.
Okay, but what if, to save humanity, he had to shoot one of us in the head? Because he would do that. Probably.
How can you be sure of that if you know so little about him?
I didn't get to where I am without knowing how to gauge people's motives and ambitions, even from brief encounters. He's no saint, and he'd be the first to admit it. But he is committed. Humanity couldn't have a better advocate.
I'm sure it could.
Tell me about yourself, Miranda.
Oh, I guess that's fair. I've spent the last 2 years learning everything there is to know about you. Well, you should probably know that I've had extensive genetic modification. Not my decision, but I make the most of it. It's one of the reasons the elusive man handpicked me. I'm very good at just about anything I choose to do.
So what level of gemodification? Yeah, gemodification.
What level of genetic modification are we talking about?
That's very thorough. Physically, I'm superior in many ways. I heal quickly, and I'll likely live half again as long as the average human. My biotic abilities are also very advanced. For a human. Add to that some of the best training and education money can buy, and, well, it's pretty impressive, really.
Sounds like you were designed to be perfect.
It sounds like you were designed to be perfect.
Maybe, but I'm not. I'm still human, Shepard. I make mistakes like everyone else. And when I do, the consequences are severe. Everyone expects a lot from someone with my abilities.
Vulnerabilities.
You certainly don't lack for confidence.
It's just a fact. My reflexes, my strength, even my looks, they're all designed to give me an edge. No point in hiding from it. It's the reason I'm trusted to oversee the most dangerous, risky, and technically demanding operations Cerberus undertakes. And it's why I was assigned to you. It's my job to make sure you succeed, Shepard.
Oh, you can be as mean as you want to characters, by the way. They won't leave.
Thanks for the information, Miranda.
They'll still romance you, too, if you're just mean to them.
Of course, Commander. Whatever you need.
As long as you press the magic button that says, hey, I like you. Marry me, Rebecca. Rebecca will, in fact, marry you, and not your secret evil twin brother at the secret wedding. That sounded very specific. There's no reason for that. Alright, in the last floor. Hen Jahearing. I like half of the characters that are currently on the engineering floor. Can you guess which half? Let's find out. No. Hey, Donnelly and Daniels.
You came all the way down here to see us?
You're speaking to our commanding officer.
Hello.
I'm touring the ship, getting to know my crew.
I'm Engineer Ken Donnelly, handling the power control systems. This is Gabby.
That's Engineer Gabriella Daniels, actually. I'm responsible.
I think they use their Mass Effect 3 models too. They're not. I don't. Sometimes they're not as good. Anyways, where'd you guys serve before this?
Where'd you receive your training?
It's raining here.
I started in the Alliance, serving on the SSV Perugia.
She flew in the first wave at the Battle of the Citadel. We saw Sovereign firsthand.
Cool. Why'd you leave?
Why did you leave the Perugia?
After you died, Anderson lost political clout. The Council backslid on the Reaper menace.
They discounted Sovereign as an isolated threat, as a single...
Which was bullshit. They said your warnings of a greater danger were mistaken or delusional.
We lost respect for Alliance leadership. We need to fight the real enemy, and only Cerberus seemed to be doing that.
So how'd you join Cerberus?
How did you wind up with Cerberus, Ken?
Once you were gone, the Alliance brass descended like vultures, tearing apart everything you'd said. I was very public with my defense for you. I didn't hold back.
That's an understatement. If Kenneth wasn't such a talented engineer, they'd have court-martialed him for insubordination.
But it got me noticed by the elusive man. He made an offer, and here I am.
What about you, Gab?
So why did you join, Gabby?
Kenneth and I have been partners in crime since we graduated from Tech Academy. When he got the Cerberus offer, I insisted that it include me. He'd fall apart without me.
Thanks, Mum.
Also, I love engines, and the Normandy is state-of-the-art. When I got the opportunity to work on her, I had to jump.
So how do you guys feel about
What
Cerberus?
do you think about Cerberus?
Actually, we don't know much about the organization other than the Normandy team. We know our mission and who's in charge.
We're off to kick the collectors right in their daddy bags. That's enough for me.
Stupid. Why would you leave your career jobs for this? Anyways, what do you guys need?
Are you set up okay down here?
We can't complain. I just wish it didn't take so long to calibrate the FBA arrays.
You're complaining.
Kenneth, you're complaining.
What kind of problems are you having?
When they upgraded the Normandy design, they got a bit sloppy with the FBA couplings. I won't bore you with the tech, but there is an array of attenuators in the primary power transfer
You're boring me with tech.
Field lead.
Kenneth, you're boring the commander with tech. In short, if we had T6 FBA couplings installed, it'd save us a lot of maintenance time each day.
Why don't you have them? He asked knowingly.
Why isn't something like that already installed?
It's probably just a design oversight. Efficiency isn't affected. It's a maintenance issue.
Also, the T6 model can be hard to find. Nash and Stellar Dynamics discontinued them.
We could probably find used ones in the Omega markets, but we have no time for shore leave.
I can't say yes, but I'm going to do it.
Carry on.
Will do, Commander.
And hold it.
I'm amazed Shepard came down to see us.
I told you she would.
So, you didn't read a lot of it from there, but the reason I don't like Donnelly specifically is he's kind of a womanizer. And by kind of, I mean the biggest one in Mass Effect, I think. That's all there is to it. I'm sure the writers meant it to be comic relief. But it just, like, you think about it for a second and you go, this is a civilian ship on a life or death mission. And he's over there talking about his coworkers' asses constantly. So I don't know what's up with that. That sounds like that's a breach of, I need to call human resources. Speaking of,
Earlier when we spoke, you were very open with me. I like that, but I hope I didn't come across as too flirty. I don't want to overstep my bounds.
nah, it was cool.
You're very charming, Kelly.
Thank you. The feeling is mutual. Anyway, how may I help you, Commander?
Bisexual shepherd.
That'll be all.
I'll be here if you need anything.
I don't think I got a new message now. No. Alright, so. Okay, what I'm gonna do, very simply. Let's save here, I didn't do all that much. Alright, what I'm gonna do, I like your wrist things, by the way, is I'm gonna boot this up. I'm gonna do most of the outer system off screen at some point in time. Let's just get some gas. Some gas, please. Okay. So, like, for example, I'm gonna go off and do some of this, not all of it, but like for this system, I probably will. I might do the Normandy crash site with you guys. But wee galaxy map. But I gotta do a lot of resource hunting off screen because that's really boring to watch. I'm mostly gonna do only the recruitment, loyalty, and story missions in this game, to be honest with you. That's about most of what the content's gonna be, and obviously the ship conversations. This is what the mining looks like. It's not fun.
Research projects.
Edie will say stuff about things.
And cybernetics. Probe launched.
And it's just this is what I'm going to be doing off screen at a certain point.
Sniper rifles, shotguns, and medical equipment.
It's not fun. I'm glad they took it out in Mass Effect 3, but I hate the minigame they added in Mass Effect 3 for flying around. There's not much more to say about it at that point. I just want you to share in my pain a little bit.
Probe launched.
Just for a little while. Hold on. Just a little bit of my pain for you.
Launching probe. In research projects, iridium is used to upgrade heavy weapons, submachine guns, and assault
Oh,
rifles.
there's some pain. Huge deposit of pain for you. There we go. Look at all that pain. Pain. Without love. Pain. Can't get enough. Pain. It's like a drug. Rather feel pain than nothing at all. Pain. Without love. Let's get another one. Alright, and that's it for now. I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.
It's good to be home, huh, Commander?